Hello everyone, today I'll be talking about Linux operating system. I'm gonna show you how to run some commands using the terminal, or like it's similar to the command line in Windows. Now to start with, what is Linux? Linux is an open source operating system. What do I mean by open source? Open source, it's free software, meaning its code is available online. Anybody can change it, anybody can add to it, not like Windows, which is a closed source. You can't copyrights, what I mean by operating system. An operating system, it's the software that runs the hardware components. And I have here Ubuntu Linux. It's there's different distribution, Debian, Adora, Debian, and what else I forgot. Ubuntu, Unix and Linux, they have some similarities and they have some differences, but let's go and see. You can either click the terminal over here, or you can do Ctrl-Alt-T and it will open the terminal. Now I need it. Let's make a bit. Here we start. Always start with pwd print working directory. The directory I'm in home, Gaith. This is pwd is a command. Another command is, for example, who is logged into this machine. This is Gaith, but one of them is root and one of them is regular user. And there's whoami. This is Gaith. There's also id command. There's users, how many users. Sometimes you can see hostname command. Okay, it was wrong. Host name. He's the host name. There's uname, displays some system information, which is basically what operating system are you using. We have another really important command. It's the man command. It means manual. And if you type man command and any other command, let's say pwd, it will give you the manual of that command. You can see here pwd means print name of current working directory, and here's how it looks like. pwd, and I can have with it some options, meaning I can do pwd -l, use pwd from environment even if it contains links. What's some links? -p physical, avoid all, help display, okay, author, this is who's the author of that command. And if you see here, it says manual page pwd1 line 1. You can go down and press H for help or Q to quit. Press Q. pwd, I've never tried it, I want to try it. -l, it didn't change, so it didn't make any difference. Let's try now to take more command, any command. Let's take another command, man who, and here's the option that it comes with. Show who is logged on to the machine. Boot time of last system boot. -a, same as this. Let's see. Print dead process. I've never tried D. Let's try D. -d. Didn't print anything. No dead process. -b. System boot. It gave me when was the last boot. That's the date and that's the time. And what other? Let's say we have man id. So any command you can look for it in the manual and see options that come with it. Now let's try to start doing where did I save? One of the commands is list. So you don't know what's list, let's do man list. List directory continent. Let's see, ls option, it comes with option -a all. Do not ignore entries starting with dot. Starting with dot, I'm gonna show you that those mean hidden files. So it shows all files, even the hidden ones, almost all. Do not list imply dot. Okay, author with -l, print the author of each file. -b escape, print C style escapes for. Okay, -b ignore backups. Let's now take some examples on that command. If I do list my current directory and I see, where do we want to go? We want to go to desktop, I think. cd, oh, I have some text. Okay, cd, I want to go to this directory, desktop directory. Those are directories, those are files. This is a zipped file. Directory, all those are directories. Those are the ones in green are the files. So now I want to go cd, change directory. I want to go to disk, and if you press tab, it will continue the word by itself. Now I'll do pwd, which directory I'm doing in now, home, gate, desktop. So now I'll do list again. We can see I can do list -lt, it will show me some options. I can do list -l, and if you look, what is the differences between those? Now we can see what's the differences between what ls-lt and ls-l. If you see, look at this. What can you see? A pattern in this column, which is date created. Look at those. Look at those here. So I'm gonna leave the differences for you. And let's see now, -lt, we have another. Let's try it. Let's go. I want to change directory to what? Introduction to Linux, was it? Did I do that? Let's go and check that directory. cd introduction to Linux, enter list. Okay, I'm looking for, yep, that's the directory I'm looking for. If I do pwd, it will show me the current working directory. Print current working directory, or working directory by itself. Now if I do ls-a, you can see more files appeared. Which are they? Those. Now I'm trying to look at this -a, the same directory. It showed me this file, those files using ls, and now it showed me those. And you can see here this file has what? Hello world dot hello world c.c. This is a hidden file. We can hide files by adding a dot to them, and I can do that using the move command. First thing, let's do clear, make it look better, and I do list-a, and I wanna move, let's say dot hello world. That happened because I did tab and there was 3 matches for the move dot. the dot, look for the matches, and here I want to move this to hello world C dot C. Now if I do list, I can see the hello world. Now do list dash A, and I don't want to play with those other two. To make it hidden, what we do is, let's say I want to packs, I want to do this file as a hidden file. I'll do move the file I want to hide, and I just add dot, and here's what I do this, but I go back and I add a dot at the beginning of that file name, move this to a hidden file, source to destination, press enter this. Now if I do list, I don't see the pack dot p cap anymore. If I do list dash A, I'll see it. If I do list dash L, it'll print it with what? Here are the permissions for this file. A.add, it's an object file. I'll tell you later what is an object file. This is the owner of that file, this is the size, this is when it was created. So now I want to go and change directory to, oh, 1 minute, let's do the ls dash lt. See the difference? What the difference is in this April 7th, April 7th, April 6th. Do you see the pattern? Now what I can do change directory and go to test directory. Let's see what's in test. I think I had some. Okay, awesome. This is where I want to be. Do pwd, and now I'm in my current working directory is this. That's the whole path. It will give you the whole path for it. Now we're gonna start with the C++ and C program coding. How can I do that here? One way is I need an editor to write the code. There's different editors on Linux. One of them is, for example, nano. You can type nano, enter, it will open this editor. Type whatever you want. Here, Control X, yes. Here it will ask you for the file name. Do test1.txt. I'm gonna save it. Now I'll do list, and I'll see where's test1.txt. It's created there. Now if I want to access this file again, I'll do nano test1.txt. open it, will open it. You'll see this. You can change whatever you want in it. Control X, and you can see the commands down here. Control X as exit, Control G help to copy and paste. Here's, but you have to be careful. If you see here, Control K is to cut text, Control U to uncut. I'll do Control K, Control U 1, Control U 2. Now if I wanna, we have to be careful when using this. If I wanna copy cut 3 lines, copy and paste 3 lines, I'll do Control K for the 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. Don't do anything else. Immediately do the control. If you do anything else, it will be gone. You lose your cut. Now I'll do Control X. You wanna save modified buffer? Yes. Why? It's gonna give you the same name. You don't need to change it. If you wanna change another name, you can do it. And now I'm back here. Now this I'll use it to write C++ code. I have another editor, pico, and let's see one of the codes. Let's open the hello world .cpp C++, and here's the code. I have the include IO stream library using namespace std, integer main, here's main function, and now std out. We can take this out, we don't need it if we use the and here you can't use the mouse to go from one place to other, but with pico and nano. And here save changes, yes, save it to file name. To write is hello world.cpp, yes, it's gonna be the same, enter, and it saved it. There's another editor which is gedit, and here this has an advantage where you can use the mouse. It's a GUI, so you can use it, you can save, but honestly I prefer nano or pico. That's a really good editor, gedit. So now let's open another file, gedit test2.c. let's see the C code. Okay, let's open the C code, hello world C, get gedit, and I have hello world c.c. This is a C code program, and here we have include. Instead of the IO stream, we use the standard input output library .h, which is a header file, integer main. Here I don't need using namespace std because C is not object oriented, it uses functions. For example, printf is a function that prints, it's similar to C out. And now I control X. Oh, this is not control, this is save, and I exit from this. Get edit. There's another editor I'm gonna show you in a minute, but now what am I gonna do is run the GCC. This is the C compiler, GCC hello .c, and this will compile it. That means I don't have any errors. Let's put an error there and see how an error will come. If I take this semicolon out and now I'll do save, and let's, oh, it didn't exit it, so sorry. Okay, if you move with the arrow, it show you all the commands that you typed before. So I'll do gcc hello world. First thing, let's clear it, clear the screen, clear command, and now I'll do the gcc hello world.c. hello world.c in function main. We have an error, expected semicolon before return 0. It's in line 8. So we go back. Remember, I can open it using nano, for example. And what's the name of the file? Hello world c.c. Enter. And we can go here and add a semicolon and Control X. Yes, yes. And now I'll compile again. It's good, I mean it's compiled good. Now I need to run it. I run it using ./a.out. Hello world, here's the output. Another way to compile it is by adding the object file, which is saying gcc -o, create an object file, name it whatever you want, let's say hello, and I'll do now compile the hello world c.c. Now I can run it using the hello. If you want to get rid of that dot /hello, there's a thing you can do, which is we need to go to, what was it? Okay, main file cdd. I'm changing directory cd dot dot. You go up one directory. Let's do list here, and I should have it here. There's a file called, let's see, gedit and dot profile. Okay, awesome. And okay, I have it set here. You add this export path equals $path. Be careful, don't put any spaces, it won't work. Now I'll exit, and now I'll go back to my directory, cd desktop. What did we use? Cd desktop, cd introduction to Linux, enter, cd test, enter, and I'll do list, see where I am. Yep, and I'll do clear to clear the screen, and now I'll do source to run that dot profile. Let's see, where's the command gcc? It's gcc-o hello world c.c, and now I can do hello. This should work. Okay, awesome, it worked. Now I want to run those C++ code. Let's see what test one is. This is a hello world.c. Okay, no problem, this is showing, still running. Okay, test 1.cpp. Pico, let's try pico, and I have test 1.cpp. Okay, this is entering two numbers and printing the sum of two numbers. That's a good example. Include iostream using namespace, integer num1, num2. I declared two numbers. Cout, please enter two numbers, cin those two numbers, and here's a cout. And I'm gonna write this code in C for you guys in a minute. And let's do Control X, and I'm gonna do G++, the C++ compiler, not GCC, and I'm gonna do the hello world.cpp, enter, and I'll do a.out. This is the hello world one. Now I'll do GCC test one dot cpp, enter it, compiled. Now I'll run it. I think I can do now .a.out because of the path, the .profile file I changed. Now here it's asking for two numbers. I can say 34 plus 23. This should give me 57. This is the output. This worked. Now let's do it using an object file. Same thing here. You do -o, and I'll add, name it whatever, test or Gaith, and here I'll do Gaith. Enter two numbers, 30, 20, enter, and I have 50. Now I want to do, to see the code of a file, not open an editor, I can do cat test 1, no file or directory because I didn't add the .cpp, and here's the code. Didn't open it, it just showed me what's inside that file. That's the cat command, cat, and the name of the file. You want to see what's in it. Now let's do clear again, and let's write a C code, gedit test or add to numbers.c. Add to, I'm gonna include the stdio.h library, or you can leave it. It should work std, I think. Include. And usually, remember, we add comments. Here I can say Gaith and the date today, date, a description of your program, and here's the include stdio.h. We don't need the using namespace std because we're not using any object oriented part, which are the classes. So I'll have integer main, my main function. I want to declare two numbers, num2, and this should be a comma, semicolon, and now I need to do a printf please enter two numbers \n, and I'll close it, semicolon. Now I'll have what? Scanf. Scanf is the C and printf is the C out. And here I have to say percent. What am I gonna print? Percent D, a decimal, or percent I. You can use integer, comma, and I'm gonna say address num1. This is one way to do it, and you can add here another comma, add the percent D, or I can have another scanf. Let's copy this, paste it. All I need to change is here the address of num2. I enter two numbers. Now I can say remember, C and C++ are case sensitive, assembly is not. And I can say here, look how the format is. Printf, the sum, or the sum of, let's say, and here let's put percent D, meaning here I'm gonna have a D and I'm gonna put it as num1, and I'll show you how to put it, plus percent D num2 equals, and here I'm gonna have another percent D, which is gonna be the sum, and here I can add a \n and close this, comma, and I'm gonna print num1 instead of this percent D, the first one, and I'm gonna have also num2 instead of the second, and I'm gonna have not sum here. I'm gonna put num1 plus num2. So if you had a variable declared as sum and you saved in it, you can use sum, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Return 0, and let's now save this, exit, and let's compile. How do I compile? It was a C code, so GCC compiler. I can create an object file, or if you don't want to, you don't need to. Add 2.c, awesome, nothing, a dot out, and enter two numbers, 23, 23. It gave us 46. Now let's go back to that file. Let's use nano. Now I want to use nano. I just want to get you used to it. So nano add to, and I open it. Now what I want to do is here I want to add another sum, and now sum equals num1 plus num2. So I only need to save it, so I'll change this to sum. Now Control X, yes, save changes, yes. And now let's GCC compile and run. Enter two numbers, 15, 20. The sum of 15 plus 20 is 35. This you can do also with Java programs. Anything. This is what's good in it. They have lots of features you can add. Now let's see what we have other. We took the change directory. Let's go back one level up. pwd print working directory. I'm in Introduction to Linux. Here are my files. Now I want to create another directory. Make directory test1 list. You can see test1 is created. Now I want to copy what? Test to test1. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna explain for you why it didn't. Test omitting directory test. I didn't take it. Why? Let's put the -r recursively, and now let's go to cd test1 and list, and I have test inside it. cd test, and I'll do list, and I'll see all the files that we've created earlier in the test directory. But now I have two copies, one in test1 and one in Introduction to Linux. Now let's delete some of those files. I can say remove, add to, I can say remove test, I can say remove test1.cpp. If you see, all those files were removed. Remove, for example, remove. Let's remove the first three files. a.out remove. Let's see if this works. I've never tried this. Oh, I removed both of them, so that's good. Now if I wanna delete the whole directory, let's see, so I'm gonna go cd up one level. Now I'm in test1. Let's try to remove. What does it have? Test1 ls test. I want to remove test. Let's see if it works. No, cannot remove test is a directory. So what if I say remove -r test? It deleted it. So I'll do change directory, and I'll do list. I go back to cd. I can remove the test1 that I just created. Remove -r because it's a directory. Recursively, that means recursively all the files included inside it. And I do list, and I do clear again, clear the screen. And what other commands do I have? Okay, let's do ps. It's showing the processes that are running. To show all the processes, you can type top. Top is a really good here. It gives you everything that's running. That's the tool I'm using to record this class. Here you'll see all those information. Also, one problem is how to exit from where you enter. Control Z, Control X, Q if you're stuck. This is one problem in Unix Linux, how to exit. Like when we went into the manual, you need to know when you enter something how to exit it. Now we talked about another editor, which is VIA. See here, this is a 2-mode editor. Honestly, I don't like it, so I just opened it so it can create type quit, enter to exit fit vim. So if I type quit, this should be exited. And let's see, did it quit? No, it didn't quit. So it's just typing word, which I entered one of the modes that here. I think it's Control A, but let's see if it's still running. Okay, I have VIA PS, and let's do another VIA, and I'll do Control Z. It was okay. Now do PS, and I can see VIA still running, VIA still running, and top still running, PS is there. So one thing I can do is kill a process. How can I kill it? Kill, and you use the process ID, which is this, and I want to kill 6001 PS. It didn't kill it. Okay, we'll do kill -9 and 6001, and now I'll do ls, and now it should be working. I should have done PS, not list. And here we see the 6001 is killed, kill -9, and I'm gonna kill the 6024, and now I want to kill also top, kill -9, what was top, 5993, and I do PS, and here you go, and it's saying it's killed. There's the command PS -EF, I forgot what, okay, it gives you everything that is running. See, sometimes here you get this, you need to go back to see all its output. A good way to do it is to do the command, which is PS -EF, and I pipe it to a less or more. Those are really good commands. Printing each one on a page, so now you can scroll down with the arrows. You can exit real quick. Control Z, it will go back to this. Now we did the remove. Never do remove -RF, it will delete the whole operating system, everything you have. It will wipe everything on your machine, so be careful of that. Now there's another good command, which is like PuTTY. PuTTY is a tool or a software that you can use on Windows to remotely connect to machines or servers. Let's say a Linux server. Let's say I want to connect to the Texas Wesleyan or the CSC department server. I can do that by secure. Let's copy a file first to it, so I can show you how does this work. I can say secure copy. There's the secure copy, which is similar to Win's secure copy tool, and I'll do -R recursively. I'll do okay, the name of the file. What files do I have? Let's do clear here, and ls, and let's copy the hello world.c. So now secure copy -R hello, or let's move the whole directory test, and I wanna move it to, let's log into my test case, and I just created that one today on the Linux machine, on the server for the CSP machines. And I'll do text with or CSC development product 01 dot textwith.edu, and I'm gonna say what directory do I need to save it in, and for now let's say home. No such file or directory. Okay, what files and directories? Dash. Let's try this. Permission denied, cannot create directory. Okay, test gave, and it's asking for my password on that machine. CSC 1 2 3 4. Didn't take it, so, and I know why, because I let one of the guys use it today. Oh, we'll leave it home. This one I want to change the user. I just didn't want to use my root user, but I'll use it. I don't think it's copied it. Permission denied. But let's see what went wrong. Let's go to secure shell. Now I'm gonna try to access that machine. Secure shell, same as PuTTY, and I'll use secure shell, the name of the user at the server name. You can put the IP address if you want. Product 01.textwith.edu, and I'll do enter, and it will ask for my password. Okay, now I think I know why I didn't take it. Do here now I can say pwd where I am, home, gated veteran, who's logged on. This is me, and just the root, and I can say who am I. It says this gated veteran, so I can say users, same as the commands. Here are the users. Host name, you're gonna see it's different than my host name on here. CSC development product, and what else did we use? There's other good commands like date. It should print the date. Calendar, print the calendar. And we saw the make directory display. We saw the editors. What other commands do we have? Let's see. I don't think there's any. I don't recall any other commands. But let's go to the networking commands. Those are really important. Really nice and important commands. For example, net status. It will tell you everything that's going on the network. That's a really good command. We have the traceroute, but I'll try the traceroute from my machine. And we have the arc. It will tell you the architecture of the machine. i686. We'll see the architecture on my machine, and we'll see Other commands are I want to try those on my machine. So nmap, okay. So let's do list here and see what's inside. Okay, this is good. So I'll do logged out, and now I'm back to my machine, and let's say host name to show you. Okay, now architecture for my machine, it's x86, and what commands? Net status, remember we can do traceroute. Traceroute, it's a network command, and CSC development product 01.textwest.edu. Didn't take it, I should have run it there. Sudo don't tell me try again. Ooh, I was putting, well, let's try now. Well, I'll come back to this, but this command, I think we needed either sudo, which is super user, or the root user, and now it should work. And don't worry, the password won't be okay. Now yes. Okay, please type yes. It didn't take the Y by itself. Now once my password on the server I'm trying to copy to. Let's see. Do I have a... Okay. It did it. It copied the file. Whoa, what did I copy? What am I copying? I don't know why. What was I copying? Okay, it printed all of home over there. Okay, I should have at least put it like destination as home /test, so it will save it in a directory named test. But no problem. Let's see the traceroute command. Let's do first clear. Trace command not found. One way you can do it is sudo apt-get, and I want to download trace route. Trace, what's wrong with that? Trace route, invalid operation. let's do this. Let's see 1 minute. Traceroute can be found in the following package. Okay, that's the package. Oh, I forgot the install. Install selected package. So I'll do install, and I'll do titles Traceroute. This should work. Sudo. Okay, yes. I'm downloading Traceroute so I can use it. And now let's do clear. And let's go back to this Traceroute command. Now hopefully it works. Here we go. Unknown host. CSC development product 01. Okay, let's do ping. Let's ping that host and see what we can get from it. CSC development product 01 dot txwes dot edu. I did the ping so I can get the IP address, and here's the IP address 64646464 Now I don't want to ping, exit the ping. Now I'll do Traceroute, and I'll put the IP address 64.64.64.218, and here's all the routes between me and the server, which is on campus. It's showing me here. Where did it go from? To 192.168.0.1, and here's all those IP addresses, the routes. Okay, what else do I have? There's another really good command that you can monitor the TCP connection. TCP Dump and -I and WLAN 0. Okay, I don't have permission, so I'll change to super user sudo WLAN 0. Okay, I put a no, I think. It's gonna print all the packages, but a good thing to do is I can save it into a file. -w and name the file get tcp dot p. I'll save it as pcap, so you can use this later on. I'll show you how to use Wireshark to analyze this traffic, and this will save it to a file, and you can put it in. Okay, and you can use Wireshark to analyze it. It is running now, and it's saving in the file. Control X or Control Z. Now let's go and see list. Here's the file. One way we can open it, or we can just show what's inside it. Cat. Why didn't it show it? So it doesn't have anything. I don't know why it didn't. Maybe I was. Let's do the command again, and I'm saving it to that file. -w. Yeah, this should work. let's leave it for a minute and see what happens. We took the net status. There's the IP command, there's the mmap command also. Those are really useful networking commands. Should be printing there, so let's do now Ctrl+Z, and let's do cat and gate that. Okay, here's, see, it's not gonna show, it's with data, so it's just showing it that way. We can later monitor it. And what did I use? Cat. Okay, so I'll do clear. And this is a really good introduction to Linux Unix. Remember, you need to practice this. You don't get it by studying or anything. You need to practice it every day or two. You have to learn a couple of Linux commands. It's a powerful tool. Honestly, if I was recruiting, if I was in a company and recruiting, and I got two computer science graduates, and one of them has Linux and the other doesn't have on his resume, I'll quickly pick the one that has Linux Unix. It's really important. And here I can do exit. There are stop jobs. Here we go. So this is good. Any questions?